And it's good to be back. Okay, I had a break. Hello? Okay, thank God. Let's see what we can do about this then. Oh, I misclicked. Well. Missed. Oh, no matter. And the result is still the same. Yeet. Try one, I think. Yeah, it does more damage than Crunch. And now you don't know what to do. Hit yourself, I guess. Really stupid. I should have just settled for that crunch. I think Tater would have a if I remember correctly last time, I think Tater would have Ender one Shadow Ball even though it was +3. Plus 3 and it did half my HP. Like damn. Okay, we're safe. Things looked a bit scary. Not anymore. No, I think it's bugged, but we have seen. Following a battle will only heal the HP of my Pokemon. There's sneak condition to fight after the battle. And it doesn't. Sorry. It doesn't restore their TP. Seems like we have to do this. Should be in KO range now. Yep. Not a real problem. Oh, I still have 5. Ancient powers, that's nice. I guess that was inevitable. A boost would have helped a lot. Hopefully it will hit itself a few times. Oh, that's sad. Okay, we have good news and bad news here. Good news being that we got rid of the hail. Bad news being everything else. Oh, nice. I think I was actually able to one hit there because the turn got paralyzed. Now we have to start and out of blizzards. Kinda concerned that Clefable has Fire Blast though. Yeah. Please hit, please. Oh god damn. Where's kidding me? Everybody take the Colo because he has a focus band. So his odds are slightly better than the rest, I guess. It's kind of risky. Yeah. Figures, right? Still not out of Fire Blast. That's about it. Right. Oh, nice. That's the kind of needle window I needed. Still, these two are indeed a problem. One more down. Oh, nice. That's really nice. Expected to see a Sandslash here. Sooner or later, anyway. Now what we do is we don't do not knock out the Clefable until we're done with the ice pack. Slightly annoying, right? But I think we can deal with it. Nice. Alright, calm down. I think this really. Hopefully I can do this. Bronze on. Okay, that's something I didn't expect, but... Wait, it's paralyzed and he's still the fastest Pokemon because of the Swift Swing. Wow. Oh, I'm not so lucky. Clefable has Thunder Wave left, that's good. Actually, let's use this opportunity. See what everyone up. Including you too, except I want to get rid of the paralysis. Because it's just gonna paralysis us again, so... It's gonna paralyze us again, sorry. Yeah, lucky that's not a mega. Like, really lucky. Trying to power flash me out. Kind of tricky. Then again, Yep. Okay, this is a problem. Might be a mega. Yeah, it is a mega. Oh. Mega actually looks really cool, to be honest. The sprite, I mean. No, how Mega the World looks like. Just had never seen this sprite in this game. The music was level 90. Oh man. Very nice. Seems like even they do the common canvas until it got to level 86 was the correct price. Okay. Providence. I suspect. No, there's not a lot of my characters are suspected. You wanted to feel the control. The end of a means does not make its morning end, I guess. No, this is the only way. This is something purpose. Liar. I will always love you more than C or anyone else ever. I don't know what the last word is. Okay, I think that means the I was gonna say I think we broke out of the mind control, but see, we have paralyze here. Okay, I have to figure out where we are and what to do here. Oh, there was a healing item right there. Oh, I better take it because it's gonna have to restore my PP too, so I guess I have to make sure because I have no idea what's going on right now. Saint John Master here, we got your boarding passes. Another one for Reborn City, huh? They sure have been pushing that new league just between you and me and the old better fence post. I hear Reborn City is kind of a dump. Why anyone would want to go there is beyond me. And yet, a bunch of unbeaten trainers type folks have been heading out in those. But off you go now. Trains leaving in any minute. Now this is the beginning of the game. Start off. I see. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. I think it was Amethyst falling. So you're Victor and Julia, Captain of Shirt and Peep, and all things lovely and bright. Oh, pop quiz, are you going to take on Reborn League? Correct, that was the only thing you could ever do anyway. We look forward to your challenge, so go on, get down to the ground already. Hey, are you Vitra? I'm Kiki. It's a pleasure to meet you, but is everything okay? Kiki, he's retarded, right? I heard something happened at the station. Yeah, you're here, so I guess you're alright. Let me ask you that to bring you in for salvation too. Don't worry, it shouldn't take long. Let's go inside. Salvation. Okay, this is getting strange. Oh, weirder than it already is. I really like the looks of this though. Looks real nice. Oh. And I was supposed to pick another Pokémon. On your side. Oh, I have to pick my starter again. It's nice too, but what's after this? Okay, let's see. Some kind of, oh, there we go. Hey, you're cute. You come around here often? Just kidding. Man, Victor, I'm so glad to see you. I mean, I thought I had stars in my eyes, but I guess it was just you. But really, I've been wandering around here for a while and I was starting to get worried. I have no idea how I got here or what's going on. But what do you say we stick together until we figure out what's in this place? It's a real king, that's fine. Then again, there's only one pack, so I guess that won't be hard. Come on, let's go. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to face the Mega Hypno here. Hi Victor, we've gone to Super Duper Ultra Hyper Electro Dazzle Happy Boom Time House of Cheer. Does the gene. Just ignore all the super lame reality junk. I need more banners and streamers and ways to cover up the persistent revelation that the best years of my life are behind me. So now everything is inevitable to decline. Wow. Wait, is that a safety hazard? Oh, who cares? Anyway, don't think I'll go easy on you just because we're the one he chose. As for my captain cheerleaders, I have to convince myself that the Onyx trainer skills only depends on me. But yes, we represent, we pick a punch and we don't relent. Alright, and where? So let's... It's Fernie, alright? Oh, Fern, Victor. A little bird told me you were coming here to challenge my sister. But see, I know you, Victor. You don't deserve to challenge her. You're not good enough. Not even I was good enough. Maybe you don't understand why I'm doing this, Victor. Not like the matter of our family and our students' pride. But you're worthy. Oh, the dialogue's different. And I never was. It's nothing. Please notice the signs that you're depressed. Man, oh, that's great. They really need help. Shelly and Carl. Oh, I see. their fight. And his problems with plague. The reality, shadow depression. What are you doing, you stupid creep? Let me go.
The car is completely out of control. Let's head it down. Good. Begin treatment at the 100 boats.
You'll never get away with this, you dirty old man.
Make that 100 then. Bind her as well. Now head it just hugs too. You might feel the shock.
Oh, don't. Okay, my Pokemon are fine. But I guess my character is feeling the pain of it. Oh, it was you. The light shines brightness in the darkness after all. So that sure, make sure you never ever stop shining no matter what happens. I know this is a little backwards, but just hang in there, okay? Should open a patch for you. Unless, hey, Peter, if two stars fall, passing like ships in the night, do you think they would wish upon each other? That would happen, then which wish would win? Maybe we just have to chase them to the horizon to find out. Whee! Okay, give me a moment. Desculpa, cá. Alright, I am back. That supposed to be, sorry. Anyway, let's keep going. That's Luna? Looks like her, but not entirely sure. Oh, it's Kane again. Oh geez, there you are. It's really you this time, right? I lost you before and I have been seeing some really weird stuff down here. Earlier I saw a version of you, but I think it was from the past. You didn't seem to even see me at all. It was pretty cool. But I thought we were gonna stick together. Listen, I keep feeling like there's something just behind me, so really stay close this time, okay? Let's go slow together. He says that and he vanishes. Welcome once more. I return as well, striking perfect immortality, without the fear that my soul may harbor, because that is all I can amount to. Defeat the inner chaos. Did you think I was only talking about Zen of the mind? It could be centered to dead zero and they will still end up dead. Oh, hi Gershon. How is it fair that I had to be the one to go? How is it fair that my body had to be the one killing itself? Didn't ask for this. Do you think I was satisfied? Do you think I didn't have dreams? Do you think I knew a single goddamn thing about staying calm? Yeah, I know, but what can we do about it now? Defeat the inner chaos? I am made of chaos. Well, that's a way to look at it. I can't do it. There's nothing I can do about it. Like this whiny self-absorbed children whose greatest problem is what their fucking hair looks like. I know that feeling. They have no idea what it's like to wake up one day and suddenly hear that despite everything they have ever sought to do with their life, despite giving themselves to others every step on their way, despite surviving a family that communicated mainly drugs and violence, despite having climbed over all of the shit of life just to make one goddamn oasis of serenity in this fucking ballistic world, the only reward you get is death. Death, 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 death. Death, 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 death. Tear my stomach open, peek out my intestines, grant it to death. My body would do it all it's done anyway. The only thing I ever thought was mercy, but no one could teach that to me. Oh, I mean, then you're doing a good thing. By teaching others, giving them the purpose you didn't have before. Okay, things are getting messed up, so let's... Please stop fighting. Please come back. I'll clean my room and won't complain anymore. I'll do anything I need just please. Love with the other again? Oh, it's her parents. And you could see... I knew her mother, but not her father, so... And this is King. There's a child in the corner. Oh, seems like her mother got another husband, and I might work one time. That's what it looks like. Can't be sure. King leaving. So you finally left to you know, I'm a toxic person, but you could at least say bye first. But I guess that's just what I deserve. Yeah, deserve. Oh, it really is just you, isn't it? This place is running me a bit ragged and not in the good way. They keep seeing things about you, or probably you have seen more things about me too. To be honest, I would rather just forget about most of that stuff. You know, obviously that's right, I ran. But then, the only place I ever ran was in circles. I guess it's hard to do anything else when you don't know where to go. Hey, Victor. Do you know what you want to do in the future? Like, after this is all over, I want to be some sort of writer, preferably a comic book writer and artist. Yeah, and not to surprise, so many people seem like they're just cut out and set whatever it is they want to do, but it never was like that. No, it's fine to be confused too. It's especially young too, so I can barely settle on a romantic partner. Even with how much I joke and flirt about that stuff, it's just a way of keeping myself safe from commitments and disappointment. If those are ever even indifferent, yeah, it makes sense. Who knows? Maybe one day I can find somewhere I actually feel like I belong. Place or person either way. But I've got a problem around enough to know that I'm the problem, not them. Even if they do know, then they do nothing wrong, I still never feel like I can stay. See, he's like, whoever has a better mindset than I, that's good. But hey, everyone's a little bit broken, right? Yeah. Some pieces just don't fit together, no matter how much clothes you... Well, never mind. Can you go ahead this time? Sticking together never works out anyway. Maybe just this time I've stopped running. Okay, I think we're nearing the end then. So many Lunas. Where's this meant to be header?
We meet again. I have no intention of extending to you the same mercy as when we last met. I am here to reclaim what has been stolen from me. This Lizzie will do what must be done for your sake. This Lizzie.
And is that some sort of wife he had that died? Oh, there is Corey's wife too. Making me uncomfortable. I mean, not really uncomfortable, but making me worry about when everything's gonna go down, so I'm saving every time, sorry. Bless that fair woman, and bless her husband twice. History cares nothing for hopeless romanticism. He is as naive as I have been. For neither does history care for its own study. He only needed to recover the scars I carved, not earn my own, but I understand now. Reality accepts nothing less than full commitment and sacrifice. Those unwilling to choose that path have it chosen from them. That there's one rule left long. Ironic. Perhaps this loss was just what I needed to glean the way. Yeah, it makes sense what he's saying. Oh, this way. You need to be really dedicated to get somewhere. You can just expect to do a half-assed job. How funny. You thought you were strong together. And here you are now. Let this be a lesson. Numbers do not help. Friends do not help. Nothing ever helps. No one ever helps. No one ever helps. Scory again. Guess he grieved for his wife for a very long time. And there's a bunch of ads. What was his name again? Redimus, yes. Luna. Seem to not understand each other. Maybe it was when they first met. Wait, who that? Who that? Once upon a time a belt of meteors swept across the universe. But one day, one of those little meteors decided he wanted to go further than any of the others ever had. So she kept up her trail, revved up her space dust, and off she went, sailing far, far away across the galaxy. Further than all her best friends, further than all her loving family, further than any meteor had ever known it was possible to ever go. And when she was very, very tired of flying so far away, she found a little planet she liked, and she thought that she would finally rest. So that's Earth, right? So the little meteor started to descend to the planet's surface, but that planet's atmosphere was so hot and so thick. The little meteor was so exhausted from flying so many millions and millions of miles across space that she burned right up in the sky. Oh, the extinct of the dinosaurs. Do you know what happened? The people on the planet looked up and they said, "Look, a shooting star. Let's make a wish." So everyone on the planet, okay, so the meteor from Reborn didn't extinct the dinosaur. Okay, that's good. So everyone on the little planet, which had scarcely seen such a sky in its life, wished and wished and wished and wished without their might. Those people smiled on new hope like they had never known before, and felt happy. By the time it would have come to the surface, there was nothing of the little meteor left at all. It had all, poof, vanished. They thought it disappeared from the world forever. Do you know what that little meteor did? It lived happily ever after, and the joy it brought, and the hearts it touched, and the smiles it inspired in its final moment as a shooting star. So even with this last little itty bit of life, never ever regretted what it had done, whatever it was. Okay, I started wondering if these really usually start with the meteor about to be born. So make sure to smile for me too, okay? Right, you could have been a meteorite instead. What? Is this the Ghost Gradefort's routes? Clearly a Gradefort, yeah. One for every one of his heads. Oh, Marth bought Luna, I guess. Yeah. This is funny. Hey, don't you even know who you really is? Don't you? Hey, who's really made it so you could get this far? Who? My Pokemon? Hey, haven't you been having fun? Haven't you? So you're like me. Why else would you keep playing? I'm not sure if that was a fourth wall break or if it was meant to be something else. Sarah broken in half. Bennett and dead. Bennett killing the memories of everyone, I think. If this is what it's like to die, I don't mind. I'm happy. I was finally able to be of use to my master, and the feeling is my own. No matter how intensely I may feel it, and I know the truth. But my desire for him is just a reflection of his own longing for her. Neither of us could ever realize it. After all, a human marrying a Pokemon. Oh gosh, unthinkable. These aren't the dark ages anymore. I'm not stupid, just a mess. Even if I put out those thoughts square off my head, I know they would all come rushing back to the moment I saw him again. Okay, so in Pokemon Diamond Pearl, Fairground Character, another Platinum. There was a book that in the Japanese version it say that people used to marry Pokemon. The translated version they replace it by saying they would eat in the same table. Is that just how crushes are? Or is it just part of my fate to only have his feelings? Suppose when I find out, not anymore. Oh, it's Terra. Making a mess as always. Okay, getting to the last parts. Mario falling from the waterfall. It does symbolize her. Guys, it's not real facts. How they're feeling. How much longer do you think we have to stay out here? As long as a rope. What? How long is a rope? As long as it needs to be. Huh? I was just tired. Stop making excuses. Didn't mean to ruin anything. If you're really tired, then go to sleep. Here in the snow? No, in the luxury down bed with God. Yes, out here. That won't be made after this, right? It will if you keep asking things like that. I'm so cold. Yeah, that's kind of the point. I want to go inside, sorry. Stop complaining. It's your fault if we're in the situation in the first place. I'm sorry. No, you're not. Yeah, you sound like him. Better him than you. Okay, so I'm someone that got drowned, and they were put outside their house, and with no way to heat themselves. That's what made them do their choices. Fire types don't never want to feel good against a weak fire type, and Blake kinda embraced it and went with ice. Oh, it's Cade. Just for a brief moment, but was there somebody else? Not sure. That was too fast. Okay, Link killing everyone. Yes. Okay, the 4 fell down. So, man, he is split it. Can hear throbbing too. Not sure if you can hear too, but there's a throbbing noise here. The game's playing it. Linda. Okay. die and then you could just come back. Enough. Luna? Really? How do you do, Victor? It has been a fair few moments since our last visit, has it not? But let us not linger on this. I fear you have dallied here for too long as is. Though I do not fault you for it, this is my home rather than yours. So I will handle this place from here. Please. The way forward is yours alone. Okay, so this band, I guess. What? Unbelievable. Amidst everything, look who it is once again. Are you yourself, Victor? Please don't be alarmed. It is only me. I recognize that this is a somewhat unfortunate visit for you to return to, so allow me. Oh, it's Radimus. Perhaps you will remember me better this way. If you would be so kind, please pay no mind to my appearance before. It is one of my more, shall we say, esoteric headpiece. Perhaps I can explain in time, but for now, Miss Vulcan, have you seen? Not always lost after all. Not very good. Yeah, I see that, but too much has been. We aren't doing so well, you see. It requires some damage control. Nurse Roy Joymos is on the case. Don't promise to have medical qualifications, but I do promise to help as best as I can. A male Nurse Joy? Who ever heard of that? Now listen, my dear, we don't discriminate here in the healthcare industry. Besides, no one heard of anything until it was invented, so let us not be too quick to dismiss new developments. The new developments have dismissed themselves. I should have known. This is the only way things go. You certainly can choose to believe that if you are happy doing so, but I suspect you are not. Of course you're not. No one would be happy knowing that they will lose everything sooner or later. At least this way we don't get hurt. Au contraire, you are hurt all the same. You are only taking on that pain now as opposed to later. And no guarantee when or where later might arrive, you bear an awful lot of wounds in the meantime. Is that truly worth it, I wonder? Makes us think. What about you? Aren't you upset over losing her? Over both of them? Of course I am. But for better or worse, I am a veteran when it comes to losing hers. One might say I've been bearing an awful lot of wounds through some meantime. Or I might say we very often tell others the advice we ourselves need to hear. And yet another might say that it is better to focus on those whom we still have. For instance, saving that girl was rather heroic of you. The speed doesn't suit your tramp. Yeah, and this Shelly there was freed from hypnosis control. What triumph! Couldn't stop them. Any of them. What's broken can't be fixed. Clearly it can't be replaced either. There's no going back. And yet Victor has gone. Who knows if another yet might. But I believe you are being rude to her new arrival. Victor must be quite confused by now. I will explain. I had been here and there before Luna informed me she had been contacted. She told me that a friend had summoned her to this place. I thought it curious, so I offered to escort her. This is how you came to be here. Well, how is it? It's a flashback, nice. It's an adventure. An elevator with cut cable, frosting and sprinkles of glass all over it. Believe you'll wait for supper. Indeed, one would need to be mad to climb down through this. So I take it you're going immediately? I just might. Heard of what? Luna too? What are you doing here? How do you do, mother? That means the person must be... Based on the strange hat, Radimus. Radimus and Van Halen, to be precise. My hat represents your wounds, but I, on the other hand, am honored to make your acquaintance. I have heard much about you, madame. Likewise. Luna, dear, everyone well? Are you crying? I am perfectly fine. There is no need to worry about me. Just very happy. I happy to have both of you back. Right. So, Miss Wolfling, what brings you to these remote parts? Parenting. Well, it seems I've come to the right place. I didn't mean... I suppose so. Now we finally have the whole family together. What a wonderful but shocking turn of events. Miss O'Clain, would I be right in deducing that this magnificent Gardevoir was the one who directed you to this place? What? Preposterous? You would. The slander. Gardevoir, you were the one who arranged these rendezvous? Why the audacity to imply such a thing? I could faint on the very spot. Gardevoir. La la la, fainting over here. Thank you. Truly. Madame, I need to find my son. And should he be here, we shall. Do you not think it wise to go together? I know better than to count on others staying. Mother? And even if being unwise, do you think it kind? Fine, I understand. I'll go with you all. Fantastic. Sarah joined the party. Although I do not wish to be an inconvenience, I very much appreciate it. What have I gotten myself into now? Something messy. Something wonderful. At least take me out to dinner before that. So I suppose you might have a certain amount of charm, were it not for the goofy hat. Oh boy, there we go. Now you listen here. I may have set you two up, but don't forget the master belongs to me. Madame, I still will. Were it not for the goofy hats, I would have nothing at all. You don't say. Then I suppose you've got a step over me after all. Mother, please do not say things like that now. I know very well how much loss you have felt through your life, but unless it can somehow be changed, there is no use in lamenting that which we cannot have in favor of appreciating that which we can. Aren't we losing sight of the situation here? We're only working together. It's not like we're all about to be a happy little family forever or something. I wouldn't be surprised. That might depend on who you ask. And speaking of working together, just what exactly are you all doing up here? Parenting. I have received a summons to this place from my dear friend Shade. Wow. Of course, I simply had to answer it. You were just asserting the viability of the glass speed of death you see before you as an entrance. Glass speed of death sounds like it's about my speed. That's not even hourglass down there. There's ice too. Goodness, you can tell from such a height? Oh please, who do you think I am? More importantly, it hasn't melted yet. Whatever happened here happened recently. The plot thickens. It seems we're even less alone than we thought. If we may be of some service to whoever is responsible for this, let us make haste. I'm sure there must be a less destructively created entrance. Then let's scout out and fight that. Right. We can do it. Our name isn't Ash Ketchum. I thank God it isn't, to be honest. Who? But Master, your name isn't Ash Ketchum, and even that can stop us. Come, let us be off. We found an elevator for open, using the building nearby, so we made our way through the factory with little difficulty. By the way, I just want to point out how long how they. You just say the Ash Ketchum there like who? I presume thanks in part to you, Victor. As soon as we arrived through where we saw, you know what it's time for. This Volcaron is staring down at me. I'm saying that I thought Sarah and Radamus. Light, cameras, and drama. Quickly, give them to Volcarona. Victor handed over the sapphire bracelets. Oh crap. Victor, we should have guessed it was you. Excellent work, Volcarona, thank you. I expect that is not quite the Victor we know. Bennett. Oh, from Mother. Why did you have to come here too? For you, obvious. Your hair looks better. I'm aware, Mother. Thank you. Now please go. Don't wish for you to get dragged into this. You should have thought of that before you went and joined up with a terrorist organization. Firstly, there is more of a religious organization than a terrorist one. Secondly, I don't approve of everything they do. I'm just doing a few jobs for them until I've paid my dues. You'll be paying your dues for a while yet when we're out of here. Come on, you're grounded for the next 45 years. Make it 50, I'm not coming home. You can treat me like a child forever, mother. Zero, what is Light's doing? It's just a momentary dip in the power. I don't think it's about anything to worry about. You may not be a child, but are your actions really becoming of an adult? My actions? Sorry, I cannot for a second take you seriously with that ridiculous little mess. Come on. I told him it was awful. No, not all heads are created equal, but that doesn't mean they deserve any less respect. Mother, how do you manage to make even new boyfriends weirder than the last? Don't get the wrong idea here. Besides, you should already know that Master is rigorously taken. Do I have to phrase it like that? It's been a while, Great. Not long enough, if you ask me. Ooh. I don't fault you for feeling that way. Please understand that I am no longer the same person you once knew. Would much rather everyone let the past go, but I understand that won't be possible. Especially for you, Luna. I beg your pardon. I offered my sincerest apologies for how I acted before, but you need not accept them. There would be little point in doing so anyway. I just respect you by treating you as an object before a person. There is no excuse for this. There is the pills using too much power or something. The energy readings appears to be within acceptable levels. The stupid thing just keeps power cycling for some reason. But it doesn't seem to have interrupted hypnosis, so please don't worry. We'll continue to analyze it. So don't hesitate if you want us to use Vitor to grind them to dust. That man seems mildly unwell. Zero, we only need to subdue them, not do anything drastic. Subdue them, huh? Okay, Vitor, would you be so kind? There, that's not... So that's how it is. I have Vitor hypnotized. And Hideo Spoos back there is the source. Then there is only one thing we must do, is there not? We must defeat Vitor in order to free him. They were wise to seize Vitor as a defensive line, given that he has blasted all of us at some point. But not all of us together. Wait, Master, there was something you wished to do, was there not? Please allow me to begin. Luna, you... Please be silent. You claim to have changed, and you have chosen your side. If you are genuine in your prior assertions, then do what it is you set out to do as for yourself now. You mean that if I truly respect you as a person, I need not take Peter's perils as an enemy. It was never my intention for it to come to this, but so be it. I will cut the ties myself. Vitor, defeat Luna. Oh, okay, so I beat her first. So this is it. But this was only the natural outcome. There is no standing up to us anymore. With Vitor on our side, we might as well be invincible. Are you so sure about that? After all, my only role here is to soften Vitor enough for my parents to overcome. We will triumph as a family. Oh, that's right, and did you heal my Pokemon that were knocked out? If you will. Don't worry, dear Luna. Even though Vitor, there is no way even through Vitor, there is no way we lose to these creeps, right, Master? Suppose it's our turn after all. Miss Volclaim, may I have the honor of this battle? Last time a man asked me that, he left there in a crying. That's a risk I'm interested in taking right now. Then let's hope we can satisfy. Seriously, Mother? I'm going to be sick here, and the situation is stacked. Vitor, use this. Oh. What? And Zero, please actually do something already. That's your cue, Vitor. Go get them. So why did I have to win? Just what is that trainer made of? Providence, I suspect. I see, so in the end, it still hasn't been enough. Vitor performed even better than I expected. Perhaps I have underestimated that woman. It is all thanks to my pose. Zero, do not forget that I was the one who did the work. But it's okay, you helped a lot too. And just what part of this are you proud of? None of this was necessary. Could have just put them to sleep from the start. Well, this was helpful to test. Don't speak. The only thing that's been tested is your willingness to indulge. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You've just been enjoying puppeting Vitor around as an outlet for your frustrations with them. Nothing's gained by battling now when we'll just put them to rest anyway. Hey! But you said, I said to actually do something, not to waste time and jeopardize the post securities on one rescue scenario. I take responsibility for the battle with Luna, but this fight served no other purpose than to stroke her own evil. I just wanted to make sure Wither was fully under control. You wanted to feel that control. Assume because you have lacked an autonomy over your own body for so long. This thought was already dead. Am I wrong? And I read your file. You were just a grunt before joining with those guards, correct? Not an effective one either. They were your only chance to stand out, which is why you cling to them even now. The kind of behavior you've demonstrated today exemplifies your incompetence. You let your emotions get in the way of your outcome. Till you learn to set ambition aside and truly focus on yourself and your goals, you will never change. Did that missionary teach you that? No, mother. That man has done little more for me than place me in footsteps my feet are not fit for to feel. Even now I understand that I cannot hope to fully live up to the title of Elite 4. In realizing this, I learned to step back and take a more serious approach to self-improvement. I believe the results should speak to them for themselves. The results don't speak louder than you still sitting on the wrong side of the coin. Is it wrong to return one's debits? The end of means does not make its meaning end. Are you sure you are not running from your own choices? Zero, this has dragged on for too long already. If you truly want to make yourself useful, put them out to sleep already so we can move on. Got it. You'll all be out of on your way for good now. You won't. Right over? You are already injured from that fight. There is no need to push yourself further. They would put Master to sleep. Tossing aside and never let him wake up again. Maybe dispose of him not right after what he did. I'll never ever let that happen. What is he doing? As you may know, Gardevoirs are fiercely loyal to their trainers. Say that they would do anything in their power to protect their trainer, even if it costs their own life. Gardevoir, don't try to stop me. This is what I need to do for you. Rather than doing something dramatic, I know you are such a fan of that. Let us have faith in this world and our other companions. Who's left? Who can stop Victor? Who won't just be put to sleep? Gardevoir, please. No, this is the only way. I'll destroy the machine altogether. This is my purpose. This is not your... Yes, it is. To make sure we lived on all those years ago. This is what she asked me to do. Oh, his wife. No harm will come to your master, Gardevoir. You have my word. You think we can believe you after everything? He will sleep and nothing more. When it's over, he will wake. I do not wish to see you hurt it either. A liar! After what I've done to Luna and Victor, and what Team Meteor intends to do after this, you will make allowances now. I'll never believe that. Psst. This energy. In the most dire of circumstances, Gardevoir can use Alpha's power to go as far as even creating a small black hole. That's right. No matter how strong that push may be, I can erase it altogether. Zero. You can see this right. And I will. Let King go. Seize her before it's too late. On it. Master. Whatever happens, please remember, I will always love you more than he or anyone else ever could. Zero. I've got it. Are we too late? Her energy is spiraling out of control. Everyone, get out of here. What about Victor and the others? There's no time. Volcarona, go already. If you have ever walked into a class late, then you will know what it is like. Heads turn, eyes peel. You think of 1,000 things that they did not, but feel them all the same. In that moment, you are the sole star in the sky. They are trying to sleep. Expectation and anxiety are frequent guests and otherwise unplanned tea party. And while their sugar Seats untouched, their sun setting far too slowly. Never soon enough, it will be time for them to go along their way. Okay, give me a moment, another moment. Too much dialogue, I needed a bit of water. They will retire for the evening, home to their wives, their children. Children who grow tired, children who grow asleep. But still, you must build their eyes. There comes a time in every child's life where they must lay down their teaspoon, fish the corners of fabric, and pull the tablecloth right away. Enough, he says, and follows the light on. When there is only one path, there is only one way to go. And when in the darkness the path cannot be seen at all, then you are free. For now, the time has come for me to follow my own infinite. Farewell, mother. Farewell, father. It has been like a dream. Luna? She just die. No, 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 no. Why? Why? Why did control, right? Incompetence. This is always how it is. This is always how it was. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I told you, why zero? What do you do? What to do? Eve, tell me what you would do. Report back to Labrador. Okay, so Zell lost the two girls and now it's just one personality because of the incident, I see. Lane will want to know what's happened. I'll take the bracelets and feed from here. That's right, that's right. As long as we have Sapphire bracelets, it's okay. She won't be mad, will she? Yo, yes. Gardevoir, I am sorry that has come to this. Okay, so the whole place, let's just try as a black hole. Mother Arrow, right? Never better. Good. And Luna? Where's Luna? Do you know what happened to Luna? Luna stepped in the black hole on her own. Shit. Is this the end you hope to achieve? Shut up. Don't want to hear from someone who couldn't even control his own Pokémon. Then from whom would you prefer to hear it? Is this the only person you listen to? Oh boy. Don't kid me. He and I used each other, nothing more. I have no respect for his beliefs or his goals. But you enact them all the same, with little alternative. But now that you mention it, I can disappear from here. They will conclude I was lost in the damage. By the way, if you didn't notice, Lara woke up soon. I can break free of this now. Why did it cost Luna? And Gardevoir, thank you. Mother, you may rest sure I will not meddle with this group again. You are still grounded. That's fine, I'm still not coming home. I need to destroy the surveillance footage here. And what about your cohort? He will make a report, correct? I'm a fool. I have to stop him immediately. Excuse me? Oh, you're awake now. I'm glad you're safe. Miss Belrose, I am deeply sorry for what has happened. I've heard that those once belonged to your family. Please take them. Let's say for a bath. What? I don't understand. There's no time. I have to hurry. Maybe I could help you? Your confusion is apparent. Listen. It's because of me that you lost your position as a member of the Elite Four. Alliance created a false notice of your termination, and then we hypnotized you to handwrite a letter of resignation, and then I took over your spot. I'm truly sorry for what has happened, but right now I must go. Does that mean I can help you? You are a deeply concerning person. Let me put it simply, I have been your enemy. There's no reason for you to help me. I think there is. Do people have to be defined by their flaws and mistakes? Even if we are not defined by them, we cannot just ignore them. I understand that you must have done some bad things, but I also understand that you are doing your best to change. If I can be of any help, I would like to. You sound just like her. I have two sisters, and they are particularly spotless either. Nobody is. Still, I've learned that in order to survive, we have to work together no matter what. Fine, do whatever you want. There's a somewhat disheveled man in black currently going on foot from here to Labrador. Can you catch him? If we can change the weather, my Pokemon should be able to outspeed anyone. I'll do it. Then I'll destroy the security footage here and meet up with you. And I'll see if I can bring some food. Despite our assistance, you must be starving after sleeping for so long. We can work out the details with the Elite for them. Okay? That sounds wonderful. Deal, let's go quickly. Well, that took an unexpected turn of events. So much for a happy little family. Luna, Gardevoir, Kane, and even Victor. Everyone else disappears. Let us not make a bad situation worse by exercising its extremes. And then I come back. Oh! Shade brought me back. Ooh. Things just got spicy. Unbelievable. And here we are. I don't know by what means or madness Shade pulled you back from this world, but it appears you have business that you are not yet permitted to quit. If I may be so bold, how was it on your end that you managed to return? Luna herself showed you the way? Luna did? Then, since there are still miracles that defy our understanding, will you still hold your wounds close, Miss Oakley? I don't know what to count on anymore. Maybe nothing. Now you're getting it. Let us presume to hope she will be back one day. After all, you'll never know who will stroll through the door next. So this means can die to Alright. You made me cringe many times. I still miss him. Run is always coming and going, and coming right back. Victor, you made it back. Not that I doubted us or anything. Where did these keys come from? Oh my god. Are you okay? What happened? I'm sorry. Those cracks all over your skin. Do you need help? On my skin? Am I getting wrinkles again? No, not wrinkles. Cracks. See, over here and here and here. I don't. Don't worry about it. She always sees things other people don't. That seems safe. It's not always these. But really, what are you doing here? This isn't a place for children. If this wasn't a place for the children, then why would we be here? That's what I'm asking. We're here for him. Yep, Nostra made us leave so that poor Hypno couldn't. Now we came to meet him. Hey, cute hat. Have you been crying? Not anymore. You really are just like her. Come here. Oh, Is this a Pokemon Mystery Dragon's True Mix? Wait, don't tell me you're there. What? Like everyone didn't see that coming? Yeah, I don't really know how you would have come to the conclusion. You just made it one all. Sorry to keep you waiting for so long. It is so very, very alright. I'm just happy to see you again. You've both gotten some big sons. Son and daughter. When I last saw you were just this tiny. And if anybody should be sorry to keep someone waiting, it's me. You both deserve so much more. It's alright, Nostra says this is the only way it could have happened. I do know that is. So you still got it. That's a relief. Of course you do. We would never willingly let go of something you gave us. That's Clefatu. His name's Nomos. Nomos, hello, it's nice to meet you. He says hi. Well, to hear everything Nomos says, not just the first part. Noel, you'll say. If I hear you correctly, you'll go by Yana. Yep, that's us. Shouldn't you already know that? Those aren't the names that your mother chose for you. Painter, Fantasia. Those are such cool names. You would get bullied a lot. She has some flair about her. But when I had to let you go, I purposely withheld your names so there would be no way they could find you. Who is they? Team Meteor. Will you tell us why Team Meteor was after you? It's not a simple story, but I will say it as clear as I can. Mistakes are lessons waiting to be learned, and some might say I have been very well educated indeed. During one such lesson, certain pastor helped me understand that particular objects could be very dangerous at group's possession. So I did what I had to and stole those particular objects. In order to disguise their origin, I asked a close friend to fashion each other after Yuri. Yuri was a passion of his back then, but he was unprepared for the energy those keys held, and one of them broke in half. He was able to recover it, and he did fantastic work with the others, so I gave him one of the finished pieces as thanks. With the others I sought our buyers. In particular, I searched for strong trainers who would be able to effectively defend the pieces should Team Leader try to recover them. Carol and Monty were the first. With two gym leaders together, I felt certain they would be safe. They chose the Sapphire Kid to match their eldest daughter's name. Next was Mr. Molinar. He chose the ring for his engagement. The last one entrusted to the beauty who was showed me light. That was your mother. So I reinvented myself with the new name, the new personality, and the new history. Victor, hope you will forgive me for deceiving you. My wealth has never come from my success as a chess player. It came from the sales of those keys, the few extra digits from Team Leader's coffers. I always hoped to be able to fulfill your mother's dream of living in a castle. That's so cool. Do not defend thievery, but I dare say it was better to use of the money. Was a better use of the money than that they would have found for it. For a time she was happy. I thought it would all end happily, but it turns out happily ever after just means the next turn hasn't started yet. Team Leader learned of what I had done, who I was, and where the keys were, and so it began anew. Your mother was a working miracle, but for better or worse, people often outlive their miracles. After her disappearance, I was scared above all else for both her safeties. Didn't want any harm to come to you, so I had to make sure you didn't get mixed up with them. And just look at how that turned out. It's okay, I know you were just doing your best. Whether it was right or not, here, you still have this back. Adams gave you an amethyst pendant. You had it? I was so sad after it was taken. I was so sad that I got sick and almost died of sadness. Why did you give it to her? It was not one of my better plays, perhaps. I was hoping Team Eater would never find it if it was with you too, but instead it gave them cause to seek you out. Perhaps sentimentally it got the better of me. Sentimentality got the better of me. Whether that was right or wrong, no. I mean, why is Anna the one that's always special? Here. You can keep it. No, that's okay. I don't want it. Just wanted to know. You deserve it more than I do. Not about deserving it or not, just take it. Anna, I can't even hear an almost. Never could. I shouldn't hold something like that. I know you can't. What? That's okay, you understand eventually. If you ever want to hold the pendant set, just ask me, okay? Okay. So why did you give it to Anna? It was her mother's before. I simply thought it would suit her better. but it seems there may be some cause and effect in our similarities after all. Still, I understand that was unfair to you. I hope you can forgive me. It's not like it matters. I don't understand, and I feel... However do you mean? It's been how many years and you all just go on like nothing happened? You act like Alf you knew the whole time that you wouldn't meet here. The future has a funny way of never being how we know it. But we never had to know. All we had to do was decide. The future cannot hold a candle to resolution. Considering something like the law of large numbers, it's only logical this would happen eventually if we kept looking. Plus, with that little help, you're unbelievable. What? Can totally be believed. Right now, sometimes. No, I am. But despite being unbelievable, here you are. Here you are. Then that just means you need to change your beliefs. If how you see things is an accurate reflection of reality, then why keep looking that way? You're the last person who should be saying that. Or the first. A reflection of reality. In that case, maybe it's better to just put the mirror down. Let there be no reflection at all. And see things however works best for you. Smooth talking runs in the family, doesn't it? They got it from their mother. I don't think that's true. Maybe we all did. And maybe we all have room to learn from them too. It's taught to those people, but you can just lean on the people see around you. So depend on you now. Us now. Hey now. Who's the parent here? Oops. But you are of course correct. I only lamented that I had to say goodbye to Gardevoir and Luna to say hello to you. Not to mention the other boy. But I'll admit, it could have been much worse given the circumstances. Perhaps the only reason the damage was so minimal was because Gardevoir fought to control herself even through their hypnosis. Loyal to the very end, that's something I'm not used to. Maybe it's time you check that. Excuse us. Sorry to interrupt, but... You did it! Great job to both of you. Did you open a daycare service while I wasn't looking? Maybe if I also wasn't looking. Okay everybody, these are my friends Lumi and Eve. Oh, it's the girls. Oh hi. We've caused a lot of trouble for you. Please accept my apologies, so they have been invited too. I believe that man in black who was here before had called out you. That is correct, it's Speedable. It's kind of a long story, but basically we were stuck together with him for a long time in the same body. Wouldn't recommend the experience. In essence, we have to work for Team Leader the entire time and develop the pose system that have been used to create a nearly insurmountable degree of trouble. Oh, thanks for that. Hey, she didn't do it because she wanted to. I agreed to develop machines for Team Leader under the condition that Louis' physical body would be adequately preserved. That both of our bodies would be. No need to keep putting yourself aside. I always intended to find a way to restore ourselves to our proper bodies, but working towards that was impossible when we didn't even have the privacy of our own thoughts. I'm happy to be back, but I wish we didn't have to lose the poor magnetism for it. And full control took a little while to get used again. It was difficult at first, yes. Thank you again for what you did. Totally. And what exactly was that? No one when I switched place with these girls. Nostra said it would be really important for them to wake up right away. Thanks to that, we were able to help Victor reach his place. He then moved through vents to evade Team Leader and stole their Pokemon back to Victor. Thanks for taking really care of Glaceon, Victor. Though what happened after Victor actually got here could have gone better. Yeah. Don't get us wrong, Victor, we're not trying to fault you, but we knew Zero would try to use Hypno to control you, so we tried to stop it. We tried to cut the system's power as soon as he used it on you, but unfortunately the power supply has an auto-route function. Hadn't accounted for this preempted, so all we were able to do was power cycle the system. We're hoping if we did enough, maybe it would make enough holes in the control scheme for Victor to break through. But you saw the result. That's okay, you tried as best as you could. I feel really bad for King. Never even had a chance to act on his own from the time he came here to when he fell into the black hole. Yeah, but Victor came back, so maybe he can too. Speaking of coming back, it may be prudent for us to quit this place before too long. Would it be alright for us to go with you? We don't really know who else to turn to. We don't know who else to turn to get away from Team Leader. Are you kidding? Not only can you come with us, you have to. I see no reason why not. Everyone will be waiting in Calcino City. I have some information about Team Leader that will be of relevance for you as well. What should we do about this one? Hey there, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. Look at all the friends surrounding you. Okay then, Mantis. What happened? Where's Kane? I have to explain later. For now, we need to get going. By the way, there was that boy sleeping in one of the elevators too. That sounds like a cozy place. We tried to wake him up after Hypno had been stopped, but he still wouldn't move. Triangulation's heal bell wouldn't work. He just went right back to sleep every time. We'll see what we can do. Should the worst come to worst, I'll carry him myself. Can you really get it by yourself? All the way to Calcino? Certainly not. As long as we have our Pokémon, anything's possible. Don't worry, Daddy. You'll see her again. Nostra said so. Did she know? Then I suppose I have no choice but to believe it. Let us be on our way. Peter, you're coming too, right? Yeah, we can now go together. Thank God, alright. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.